Welcome back to the program. We'll quit sugar, eat less fat, eat more fat. Alcohol is bad, but a glass of red is good. Cut out carbs and ditch gluten.
Wow, that's a lot. What's good and bad for us is constantly changing and often confusing. So how do we separate fact from fiction? Author of the longevity list, Professor Merlin Thomas, has done the hard work for us and he joins us now. Professor, good morning.
Thank you for having me on the show.
OK, so what should we ditch in our daily dose of food? And in terms of chocolate, should we ditch that?
Oh, chocolate is always good for us. It's just us who are sometimes a little bit bad. But not the white chocolate, of course. White chocolate is just cocoa butter. But there are everyday things that we do to improve our health. And the reason that I wrote the longevity list was to try and focus on those reasons, tell the stories behind why we might think something is good, and might think something is bad, and weigh them up and find the evidence behind that.
OK, so chocolate is OK? Is that an affirmative there?
Oh, yeah. Chocolate is good for us. As I say, it's just us who sometimes do the wrong thing.
All right.
We know that there are things in chocolate that can improve our health, and we get a buzz from chocolate. We feel happier and healthier, but then we go too far. And if we don't go too far, then it's OK.
Well, how much is too far?
It depends. It depends on who you're giving it to and why you're giving them.
All right, I'll stay on the 2 blocks. What about caffeine? Should we be cutting down on caffeine?
Well, the amounts that we take on a usual, regular basis aren't damaging for our health. But, you know, cutting down is worthwhile if you find yourself either, you know, it upsetting you or your wallet.
Alcohol, good or bad?
Alcohol is certainly good for you, but it depends on who you, again, how much you have and what you mix it with. There's no doubt that, for example, people who drink regularly, you know, do live a longer life. But the thing is, it's not the alcohol that you're drinking. You can drink to your health, but you can't drink for it.
What do you mean?
So you can say cheers with one glass.
You can say cheers with
but
one glass.
But much more than that is not so good.
Well, as I say, it's like all of these other things. Alcohol can make you feel happier and healthier, enhance your performance.
Yeah.
There's nothing funnier than a man after his first glass. But then we go too far, as they say.
How far's that?
Cutaway shot of Richard.
How far's too far?
How far's
how much is too much?
Well, again, it's a matter of one's own feelings and one's own self-control.
Yeah.
When you find yourself losing control, obviously that's too far. On average, 1 or 2 glasses a night is not a problem, and most Australians can do that. It's the binge drinking, it's the excesses, that's the real killer of Australians overall.
Yeah.
No, that's good advice, actually.
Don't listen to that, Dickie.
Yeah.
What about gluten? Is it really bad for us?
Gluten itself is actually really good for holding a loaf together, holding a cake together. Without it, it's always a bit crumbly, or you have to add in fat and or sugar to try and make up for the differences in taste. And that's what Nick Talley's been going on about, that sometimes these gluten-free products aren't as healthy as you think. But if you've got celiac disease and clearly allergic to gluten, then avoiding gluten is a life-saving thing altogether.
All right, so out of all of that, what's going to make us live the longest?
Well, first of all, you need a lot of luck, and second of all, you need a lot of love. Because rather than the food or the wine or the chocolate, the one thing that keeps people alive longer is love. Being either loving the place that you're working at, loving the people that you have, you know, and or loving another person. And if you want to imagine that, you know, if marriage was a public health measure, it should be more widely available because it actually improves people's lives and health and actually prolongs their lives.
So you're saying yes to same-sex marriage by the sounds of things there. OK, well, thank you very much, Professor Merlin Thomas. Your book,
pleasure.
The Longevity List, is available right now at all.
Sing the song, Love Is All You Need. There you go.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot.